Okay, next we're going to look at the rotate tool. The rotate tool, as you might expect, normally serves to rotate shapes. So let me take a shape like a square here, make it 3D. Now if this shape is totally selected, and I'm going to totally select this by 3 clicks, then I can use this rotate tool to select a center point and then a radius, and then it'll rotate around the center point like that. Now it also of course works best when this is a component. So if I make that a component box, then the rotate tool, well, it'll do the same thing. I don't necessarily have to select it to make it rotate properly. In fact, when it's a component, I can even use the move tool to do some rotations, because when it shows up you'll see those little plus signs allow it to rotate, and the difference is it rotates around the center point instead of the edge, which sometimes is very helpful. So both of those tools will do the rotating if it's a component. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to use the rotate tool to rotate a pattern of a shape in a circle, kind of making copies of it in a perfect circle. It's kind of a cool trick to do. So I'm going to start with a circle here, and I'm going to make it a component and call it pillar 1. And you remember the benefits of a component is you only have to make changes on one copy for the changes to be acted on the other ones. Now, in order to do a radial array, or to make copies of this in a circle, I need to have a center point. So I'm just going to take a pencil here and make that my center point right there. Now there's 6 steps you need to follow in order to make a radial array. So first I'm going to make sure my component that I'm going to copy is selected. The second step is to choose the rotate tool. Third step is to choose my center point and choose my end point. I'm going to try to find the center of the circle. Click on that. Next I'm going to hold the control button down and keep it pressed to tell the computer I want to make a copy of what's there. Now notice the information box, it says the angle. So I'm going to go for an angle of 10 degrees. I could type it in, but it kind of snaps to even angles, and make a copy there. Now I'm going to tell it I want to make 35 more copies, because 10 degrees times 360 degrees would be 35 more copies. So times with the asterisk 35, and then press enter, and you'll see when you back it up that you've made a perfect symmetrical circle. Now remember, these are a component, so you can click into one of these and start editing, and they'll all edit together. Take the offset tool, make something of a capital on it, you could also do the same thing at the bottom. Use the offset tool. Push pull, bring it up. And in future lessons I'll show you how to do some really interesting things with those capitals. They're a little simplistic right now. So you could see the benefit of that could come in very handy, not having to make something 36 times when you can just make a radial array of it.